I like we're back.
Yep, we're back.
We are back and we have a banger of an episode today.
Yes.
A lot's happened. We haven't spoken in a while.
Yeah, things happen when we don't talk for a bit.
Yeah. The title of this episode is going to be The Strange Convergence of Islam and the Left.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of interesting things or strange convergences that seem to happen. We're going to talk Charlie Kirk.
Yep.
We're going to talk the world, essentially, even America seemingly to turn on Israel. So we're going to really dive in. It seems like it's kind of showing who is the right or wrong side, or seemingly to show. So we don't know what the outcome or effects of that are going to be in the future.
Yep.
And we'll dive into that. What was your gut reaction to Charlie Kirk? Bang, bang. Oh my God.
Well, first of all,
Charlie Kirk's dead.
Full disclaimer. These are not our thoughts.
Yep.
This is just what's going on the internet right now. So generally, he normally takes a position, which is always, for some reason, opposite to mine.
I'm a contrarian.
He's a contrarian. So, I don't know. I mean,
Just visceral gut reaction to Charlie Kirk. Because if we're following your politics at the moment, because the thing with the politics, it's all reduced now. So if you believe X, you most likely believe YZ as well.
you're an algorithm.
We're all an algorithm. That's the other thing I've noticed. Sorry, and I won't digress too far. It kind of hurts me. Sometimes there's like mates that I wouldn't have seen in years, literally years.
Yep.
I'm like, hey, how you been? Good. And then we start talking about the exact same things, the exact same algorithm. Like it's like we never left.
Yep.
And I don't mean that in a positive way. I mean it in a way that really the thoughts we have are not our thoughts. And we're all getting fed the same downstream bullshit to the point that I can meet someone in like years and we're saying the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, but did you hear that? Yeah. Oh, did you hear that? Fuck, that's crazy.
Yep.
I found that crazy that we're literally reduced to an algorithm. We're not special. We literally do not have our own thoughts. And that was a slap in the face.
Yeah, I mean, it's confirmation bias. At the end of the day, it's called confirmation bias.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, just depending on where you're from, you can only have one or two opinions on the same subjects, but those subjects are definitely being fed to us. You know, so when Charlie Kirk gets shot,
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Yeah.
Isn't that a...
I don't follow him. Why
Get
did it
out the
come up on my
way,
feed?
yo. Get out the way, yo.
Why did it come up on my feed? I don't follow him.
I mean, yeah, go on.
You know, what's that other one we were just talking about? The those podcasts like Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't follow them. Why do they keep coming up as suggested for you?
Well, yeah. Well,
I don't follow them.
yeah, me neither. Yeah.
Never have.
I think if you spend like 3 seconds plus and it's caught your attention, they're like, all right.
So if I'm too busy, like if I leave my phone and go to the toilet, because you know I don't use the phone in the toilet. I don't eat shit.
He doesn't eat shit like the rest of us.
So if that accidentally goes to the next video on Facebook, does that mean that that they're going to start showing me more of their shit?
Well, yeah, but it's like a large language model, meaning like over time. So it'll do that more than once.
Yep.
To see if it was just a toilet situation or you're into those AI tits.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. Well, that's what I mean. So the Charlie Kirk thing, it just popped up on my thing. My first feeling is I know a little bit about him.
So you don't know much about Charlie Kirk, or
I do know enough about him, but I've never followed him.
Okay.
He does come up. I mean, the guy was pretty famous in America, and when it came to conservative versus, liberal thinking, he is a conservative voice. He's one of the largest conservative voices. He had 3,500 chapters around America.
Yeah.
Through universities, institutions, and programs.
And staunchly pro-Israel, Charlie Kirk was.
Very, very staunch. And here's the thing. They say that he was beginning to turn on them. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
There's just no way he was turning on him. It's just that a lot of the conspiracy theorists now are trying to say that they killed him because he was worth more dead.
Israel killed him?
Yeah. Well, not necessarily Israel. You see, we always put things down to Israel, but got to understand Zionism is larger than Israel. Israel is just the place where Zionism,
the lion's den, basically.
Yeah, basically on out in the open. But there's a lot of Zionism. There's Christian Zionism. They outnumber the Jewish Zionism by like 10 to 1.
But That's because
there's Muslim Zionists.
yeah, but the Christian one I think is because they have the same or a similar story, like this Judeo-Christian. You hear that phrase put together, Judeo-Christian something. So,
No, because what they did is Jewish investors very early on in America's history paid these churches, these Christian churches, a lot of money to kind of propagate a idea that the Messiah that the Christians are waiting for is directly tied to the fact that all Jews have to be in Israel for him to come back.
but it makes it makes sense when their Bible references Israelites and Canaanites and all these.
Yeah, but that's not the reason why Christian Zionists support Jewish Zionists. As a matter of fact, they hate the Jews more than any other religion in the world. They need them all in one place called Israel so that the Messiah can return. That's what it says in their books.
Oh, like a new
These
Messiah.
are the new books. These aren't like
new
books.
edition. This is coming next episode.
I mean, you find this stuff on Candace Owens. You'll find this stuff on Dave Smith. This is the kind of stuff they're talking about now. That this is how they came about as Christian Zionists and Jewish Zionists. And the word Judeo-Christian is a relatively modern word. There was no such thing. It started pretty much after 2000.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
When after September 11, they started coming out with Judeo-Christian values. That was unheard of in the 90s.
Yeah.
And for 10,000 years. So politics at the end of the day. But Charlie Kirk, his death, it can only be one of two things in my mind. It's either he was worth more dead to that organization or, and its backers, the people that fund him, he had a $150 million budget. He didn't do that just talking on at universities. He didn't make that money. You pay money to speak at universities. Or whoever killed him wanted to hijack his movement. He's already built it. Might as well just take it over. And they knew for sure that people were going to blame Israel. You know what I mean? So it's like if I know you and him are beefing.
But it sounds like the person who would want to take it over would be someone from a Israeli lobby or
not necessarily, but we kind of conflate religious values and business values. We try to make it out like they're both heading in the same direction. That's not true. Jews have killed each other for thousands of years. As a matter of fact, there's no worse enemy to the Jews than themselves when it came to their historical beefs in between the families,
their tribes
and their tribes. It's got nothing to do with Jews. I think it's about geopolitics, it's about power. And if I was somebody who would like to take over something like that's grassroots in America, it would help me steer politics, say for the next 30 to 50 years, maybe 100 years, because it's already generically grown within the country. Charlie Kirks, TPUSA, was the perfect thing to take because he had, like I said, 3,500 chapters. That is bigger than any bikie gang in America. Yeah. That's bigger than the Bloods and the Crips. This is a huge, and this is this is for the young minds, the under 30s.
Yeah,
that's who his main audience was, and his members. Whoever has got him has got the youth. So you got two ideas here. Either he was worth more dead to his own organization or to their backers, or somebody who was trying to hijack it has already infiltrated this and knew that when he dies, they were going to blame the people that he was supporting, which
and
was
replace
the Jews
him with someone.
and Israel.
Yeah.
Well, it's a group. Usually you'd have about 15, 20 people that have moved into the right positions before you make a move like that.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be people that are familiar amongst the constituents of this movement. So you'd want them to be there for a while. This is for me just a possibility.
Yeah.
But I would think that's more likely than Israel killing them.
But you don't think it's just like a psycho child? Which
it was a team.
It was I agree. I do agree it was a team, but I don't believe it was Israel or anything like that. I think it was like because you got to remember, this is like, obviously anything we're saying is not framing a whole group. So,
it's found on the internet at the moment. These are opinions that are there.
Saying if we reference a group, we're not talking about the whole group. We're talking about the individuals specifically. But example, like the left, I would say the left in the way they, the rhetoric, the way they discuss other people.
Yep.
I've seen more from the left dehumanizing other people
Yep.
and speaking in ways that genuinely they're a devil, they're a fascist, they're this.
Yep.
Genuinely letting other people believe the person in front of you is not like a human being.
Yep.
So I fully believe that this child with a group would have been radicalized and did the thing.
Yep.
Doesn't make sense. I think the Charlie turning on Israel argument is one of the fucking stupidest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
He was turning on them months ago. The controversy happened months ago where he started questioning Israel, and then they like kind of put pressure on him and all this like for anyone who followed Charlie Kirk, this happened a while ago. That was already over.
Yeah.
I think only on PBD, Patrick Bet David's podcast, did he kind of start to question it again, or maybe his opinion was evolving
On some of their actions.
But
on
to
what he believes
assume,
towards them.
to really say, all right, Israel done it is genuinely anti-Semitic. And I'm not using that word lightly. I know you can't even use it these days because they use it. If you just criticize Israel, they call you anti-Semitic. I'm not using it in that frame, but I'm saying for anything to now happen and you go, Israel, even if it doesn't necessarily make sense, like not only was he staunchly pro-Israel, he would never in his mind ever turn on Trump, ever.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
You know what I mean? So there's no scenario where he turns on Trump or on
Well,
Israel.
his wife and him are built by Trump. You know, at the end of the day, his wife was that beauty pageant lady when she was 15 years old or something, and she joined Trump and she opened up that Christian for women through Trump organization. This is not, and him, he's always been Trump, or MAGA or that conservative stuff. So at the end of the day, I think it was a hit squad. It eliminates radicalized individuals because radicalized individuals are incapable of getting through a security detail, setting up. This takes planning. It takes planning, and it takes, just to dial in a scope on a sniper rifle, even if you've dialed it in at home. When you get there, it takes hours.
Feel the wind.
It takes hours to get you just the line of your scope to suit your barrel at a distance that you're planning on making a shot at.
Yeah.
It's not something you just jump up, put a gun together, shoot, undo it, go back, redo it, put it in the bushes, and write a detailed note on how you did everything and how you don't want to get caught.
That was weird. The text messages you're talking about?
No. He left a note.
Oh, right.
There was a note as well about how he's it was like I think it was a text message to his lover.
Because trans lover, and he's like, but it was weird because it's like, I'm now leaving and I'm going to the forest or whatever it is.
He was detailed. Like, I'm going to stand exactly here and I'm going to hang a shit. I'm going to bury it exactly 333 millimeters.
But don't tell anyone.
And I hope I don't get caught. Here, let me just put this out on the internet.
Let me put my coordinates on the fucking internet.
I'm going to go change my clothes, then rechange back into the clothes that they saw me in earlier. Like, this is the bullshit. And the look, you know what doesn't help Israel in all this? Is that Benjamin Netanyahu knew he was dead before the paramedics did. He walked out exactly like a couple of minutes after the shot had been taken place. He was not pronounced dead yet. And he was already saying, it was not us. We did not kill him. We did not shoot him in the neck with an ice bullet that disappears after it goes through your neck. Look, the bullet that apparently from the gun that they were using, that was used to kill him, would have blown his head off. It's designed to take down a moose. Do you know how big a moose is? Its back is almost as high as your ceiling. That's how tall a moose is. They're huge. When they stand in the middle of a road, no one passes until the moose moves.
Yeah.
This goes through one of them. And then it just goes inside of his neck. Come on, man.
Little tickle.
So, look, I think whoever did it in a way to ensure there's going to create confusion, but it does also by the nature of the way he would have to be killed, that the organization would require. It eliminates a lone gunman. It eliminates a radicalized 22-year-old who barely knows how to hold a gun.
On his own. It does not eliminate him.
No, but I'll tell you what it's eliminating. I'm going to tell you what it doesn't eliminate. What it guarantees. It guarantees it was a group hit.
Of course. Yeah.
And it also guarantees that somebody with enough influence and power to set up a hit like this,
Had you?
it was necessary. not necessarily a Jew, but any organization that's got a plan on taking over this this movement, because it's the movement's useful.
Yeah, so it's funny that another someone who's seeming to pop up. Had you heard of Milo Yiannopoulos?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
the
heard of him.
gay Jew, basically gay Jew conservative.
Yeah.
He suddenly, basically overnight, gained like 200,000 followers on Twitter/X.
Yep.
And now I think Elon Musk replied to him, Ben Shapiro replied to him.
Yep.
So now they're propping up this
Yes.
like fucking gay conservative Jew. Like that doesn't mean they done it. Correlation does not equal causation.
Of course.
But in all instances, when something like this happens, there's a power vacuum, an algorithm vacuum.
Yep.
And everyone's, including Candace Owens and Tucker,
No, they're all going to try to
all
milk it.
jumping in. Yeah. And she's a bit too much. Like I haven't listened to her too much, but I know she's very like, my friend. He was
she
my
was apparently very
friend.
close. She helped set up TPUSA.
No, I'm sure she was.
Yeah.
I'm sure she was. But I'm sure she's fucking riding that wave so hard as well.
She's an Illuminati. You know,
Yeah.
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
She's a fucking Illuminana.
Yeah.
there.
And I guess to keep it moving, or I didn't really. This is somewhat of a segue. So what was your emotional response though? Because I feel like what I saw in my experience was either people going, "This is atrocious," or the two groups. Let's circle back to the title of this episode.
Yep.
The two groups that were either happy about it or kind of condemning me for not being happy about it were my Muslim friends and then my left friends.
Yep.
Both had the same arguments. Firstly, he's a Zionist dog. And then the other one was gun rights and abortion and bullshit like that.
Yeah.
So, but in both instances, it was like an acceptance and a new wave of violence against a innocent person for having the wrong opinion. If that's the way we're moving, I'm fucked.
No,
Like I'm literally fucked.
I think you've just woken up to how things have always moved.
Never like this.
100%.
It was that Luigi Magnani or whatever the fuck his name is when he shot
Mangialeone,
yeah. When he shot that CEO and people were cheering that on.
Yep.
That fucked me up because I'm like, wait, he just committed. He committed a murder. Murder is not up for individual civilians to dictate someone's life. That's why we have a justice system. As corrupt as it is, I'm not saying it's not. It's not up to an individual to kill another individual and to be cheered on.
Yep.
If you, for any moment, what pisses me off is like as well, people go, yeah, he had really shit opinions, but he shouldn't have got shot. No. These should not be discussed together. And if you do discuss them together, we should talk about how he shouldn't have got shot first.
Yep.
And the opinion should be a side thing if you even want to talk about it.
Look,
I just feel like
no one should be going around shooting nobody.
Everyone's so skewed, but obviously, but it's not so obvious to so many people, and that fucks with my head.
Yeah.
So I want to know your like gut instinct reaction.
Yeah, my gut instinct was, look, this is a game. You stick your neck out. You either keep it or someone's going to take it off. This is the game. He's playing high stakes, and high stakes comes with high risks. He's no different than any politician, any senator, any leader of any group, any movement. They all look. Martin Luther King got shot. Did he shoot anybody? Did he tell anyone to kill anyone?
Yeah.
He's actually the best version of a Charlie Kirk could have ever dreamed of being, which was a peace movement.
Right.
Murdered. Malcolm X, a little bit more aggressive. Murdered. JFK, what did he do wrong? Murdered. The reality is that this is part of the game. If you're going to get big enough, you're going to get shot. But us as the general public, I don't think it happens as often as we think it does. I think these are politically motivated moves by organisation groups and players. It makes it look like always it was a lone gunner sitting and brooding and he had it. No, it's never that. It's never that.
Yeah, and I just realized
one out of every probably 50 people that get assassinated around the world might have been that I was angry with what he did to me.
Yeah, and I just kind of had the thought for the, like, I guess in response to what I was saying, you can't both have, he's one of us, he's just a YouTuber, and also make the same point that he was able to have an effect on Donald Trump becoming president.
Yeah.
Like you can't have these two things at the same time.
Yeah, no, he was a big player.
So he was actually a political figure.
Yeah.
And in the context of political assassination, not normalizing it, but I need to check my reaction to like, they killed a fellow YouTuber. You know?
I would say there was just as many, like, look, when it comes to liberals celebrating his death, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? They oppose. Look, when you want to have an opinion on a world stage or even on a country level or even in your district,
That's
you're going to
fucked up
have.
now.
Listen, I'm not going to explain or excuse, but because you've already jumped the gun and judged me, that's what they've been doing. So you're just like them in that sense.
No, I disagreed with the statement you made.
I haven't finished.
But that part, anyway. go on.
No, because if you go on in one context, you can go off a line and be exactly what you're complaining
Charlie
about.
Kirk, yeah.
Right? You can do that. But I'm going to tell you why. I understand the system. I'm not agreeing with the system. I don't believe anybody should get shot by anybody. I don't believe in wars, but they happen. I'm not going to, just because I don't believe in them, not say why they decided to kill the other people or go to war with them. They got their own reasons. They got their own circumstances and environment. So you could be pacifist as much as you'd like to be. But ultimately, he stuck his neck out and he had a very strong view that rubbed up a lot of wrong people. However, that's exploitable. It wasn't the liberals or the gays or the people who chopped their penises off that did this to him. Someone saw a gap in the market and they took it. Okay? And now we're sitting here battling over why it could have been the liberals and why they're celebrating. Well, they hated him just as much as he hated them.
But sorry, the reason the part I'm disagreeing with.
You know what? I'll tell you something. Conservatives, when the two senators, the liberal senators, Democratic senators got murdered in another state months ago, I don't know their exact names, they didn't say shit.
But that's the point, Nabil. That is the point.
You could have blamed the Conservatives for that.
No, but that is specifically the point.
Now go the other way.
No, but that is the point that again, with general terms, but I don't know any conservative that would celebrate the misfortune and death of someone in the
It depends on who's pumping it.
But it feels like
if you want to go on Twitter and get Joe Smith with 3 followers and grab his comment and make it look like this is what the Conservatives, they're happy. Oh, this is what the liberals
I'm talking
are saying.
about real people in my life.
Yeah, but they're listening to them.
But sorry, but still, it feels asymmetrical in that the left will celebrate the death of the right and misfortune of the right, but the right does not do it in the same aggressive manner to the left in terms of death and political assassination. There's an asymmetry there, and I think that's when I lean. I'd say I'm pretty center. That's when I lean a bit more right and say that right there is going too far, and you can't just assume they're all happening equally on the same level.
No, it does happen because the media plays a role in what you see in here. If you're seeing people celebrating, it's because somebody wants you to see it. When the Conservatives laugh about it or they're happy about it or they're glad that guy's gone, they just don't promote it. That's it. They just don't promote it. If you listen to conservative news, your algorithm's heavy towards the Conservatives. You're not going to see all the people that were celebrating. Because they'll and same thing on the liberal side. They're not going to show you all the messages of people celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk either. You're listening to the alternative media, and in that you're going to see in that space people celebrating on both sides whenever somebody else gets popped, and it's not right. But that's what I'm saying. If you're going to be someone who's important enough, you're going to get necked. You can get necked. It comes with the territory.
The territory,
yeah. And the more influential you are, the higher the risk. That's all I'm saying. It's always been that way. I don't think if you go back historically, kings murdering their brothers or their brothers' children, setting them up, telling them to go to that land to do a negotiation, then sending bandits to murder them on the road and saying, oh, it was this other people. They've been doing this all the time.
That's true, yeah.
So now we're just seeing it on TV live. We're like, that's not right. Not to them. Not to the Conservatives and to the liberals or to the nationalists or the socialists or anyone. These people, they know that this is the way the game is at that level, but they always kept us shielded from it. Now we're seeing it in real time and we get an opinion on it. And people celebrating, bro, we have people dying here that some people secretly are happy about.
Yeah.
Now, they're not going to tell everybody, but they're going to speak to it about the people that are now like-minded with them. You know what I mean?
It does make sense.
Yeah, people are just like that. I mean, look.
Yeah.
I think it's always all right to have an opinion until it happens to you.
You've hit a good point in that we're in a new world, including the war in Palestine and Israel, that it's all on social media now.
Yep.
Most of my again, like on the nose, not your thoughts. So many of these thoughts of mine, usually when you get a new thought and you notice it's not yours, it's easier to feel the flavor is a bit different.
Yep.
But because I'm consuming so much media all the time, it's like oversaturated. I don't even know. I'm kind of losing myself a bit in the media that I'm consuming.
Yep.
Every time I open Instagram, do you use it much? I'm
do.
angry
I
most of
open
the
it every now
time.
and then.
I open it and it makes me, it literally is rage baiting me, and it gets me with these like cultural problems.
Yep.
But a lot of them are real. Digital ID. I don't even know if we're going to talk about that today, but that's coming up as well.
It's going to happen.
It's yeah, probably. But we got to anyway. We're trying to figure out a way not to.
Yeah, but like I said, in politics, geopolitics, money.
Yeah.
Okay, when it comes to power, money, killing and dying is part of the game.
I understand. I do find it interesting though that the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
It changes. It's a ever fluid border.
It is ever fluid, but you know what's not fluid?
Yep.
Our Islamic values on gender roles.
Yep.
But what is fluid is the left-leaning liberals' perception of themselves.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see these opposites seemingly converge, being the left and Islam, against like imperialism and basically colonialism and the West.
Yep.
So I find there's a very strange convergence happening.
Yep.
And you can already start to see it kind of eating itself. Because obviously Muslims were not very gay friendly.
We're minorities, even if we're the majority minority in any country, other than the Middle East.
Well, not so much anymore. Like the UK is basically an Islamic state at this point.
It's a majority minority.
But then it's not a minority,
because
right?
68% of Britain are atheists. They actually don't believe in anything.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so if you leave the leftovers, the majority is still going to be Church of England. And then the biggest, strongest minority that's still religious would be the next up would be the Muslims.
Okay, who are flooding in.
I don't know how you quantify that. Tell me why
That's
you
true.
quantify it that way.
Well, that's a good point. That's from my media consumption. That's right. That's a correct point.
So they got more of a voice in that percentage that still remained in the religious field.
It's things like I've seen videos of like the like Muslim groups going in front of like these churches and just praying in almost protest of the church.
Yep.
Which I found very intimidating and very like shocking. And the church had to ring. I don't know if you've seen this video. Yeah. What is your gut reaction to that? Mine is leave them alone. In our religion, in Islam, it's I don't know. I'm going to butcher it, but it's I can have my religion, you can have your religion,
Mm-hmm.
I can have my religion. Basically, as long as we believe in like a monotheistic God, everything is okay.
Yep.
So why the intimidation tactics from these Muslims in these countries?
Well, you need to ask them. What did the Christians do or say to them?
100 years ago?
No,
We're in modern
maybe
times,
last
bro.
week. Maybe last week. Maybe that church is attached to somebody.
No, the church is kafir and they're all kafir in, and you're living.
That's not how you're. That's not how these movements work. If you see a whole bunch of people praying in front of a church, it's not because of kafir. It's not their country. They know it. If you're Muslim and you're not British, even if you're a British citizen, even if you were born there, but your skin is still Pakistani, you're not British.
Yeah. What's your point? Yeah.
The point is they know that they're not British.
Yeah.
So when they're going and praying in front of a church, it's not because they're like, we need these kafirs to shut down this church. That they know that that's never going to happen.
Okay.
You got to find out what that protest is about. It's a protest. When you go out in front on a street and you have to pray in front of a church as part of your group, that group's decided to set up this day and go do this. What is their motivation? It's not because they're kafir, because kafir and mu'min is not how your system doesn't work by intimidating them or standing in front of church to make them believers or to shut down their church. It doesn't work like that. It's not your country.
I think it's a show of like strength almost. It's like a show of solidarity. It's a show of strength.
Yep.
It's a sign, but I don't mean that in a positive way.
Yeah, so when we get one side of the news that look what they're doing and they have to ring the bell
when have we
and it's
ever-
intimidation, you don't know what letters have been sent out from these churches. Are they part of a group that's putting pressure on the government to shut down mosques or not allow a certain mosque to get its approvals to even be built? You don't know. All I know is that I've seen this action, and whoever's telling it on the news is presenting it that it is an intimidation. They're taking over the UK. Okay, so that means there's a bias. That means it's not fair news. That means it's a paid for news. Any news that has bias in it is paid for by somebody.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay? Unbiased news would say, this is what we found, this is what's happened, this is what they claim, and this is what they claim. We don't know. But when you say, and Islam is taking over the country of Britain and or Victoria or Sydney, and as a show of strength and intimidation, they've come out and they've blocked the street and they've started praying in front of the church, and they had to ring the bell. Why are you talking to me like this?
That's what it looks like.
You sound like somebody who goes to that church.
Nah, I'm pretty.
No, not you. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
okay.
the people that are presenting it.
But I am.
Why
I
is
am,
there a bias
Well,
in
because
it?
I am consuming that. But yeah, I'm
No,
definitely.
I'm
someone
talking about the news, the way it's presented.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? So, this is what I'm saying to you. Like, we don't know if we're going to get unbiased news, we'd be able to make an informed decision. Reality is just look at the news,
But-
how it's angled, and you'll know on whose side of that story they're on.
So do you believe that we do have a not an immigration problem, but that immigration should be reduced or controlled a bit more? Because that's kind of the main. That's really the main argument. It's not Islam bad. It's hey, if you let too many people in of a different culture and they don't assimilate and integrate, then they're just going to hold their culture.
Well, you said it. That's the answer. The answer is you can't have your cake and eat it. You just can't. You can't say we're all about democracy and the majority rule, and then when the majority no longer starts to threaten you, you say, hold on, we're not allowed to have a democracy anymore.
It's not that.
If Britain sent in 1,000 Muslims, and let's just say just by pure conversion, half their population after 100 years became Muslims, half. They would have the same problem as letting in 2 million Muslims or 5 million Muslims or letting in 2 million Muslims who became 5 million. It's still the same problem. You want to say democracy? Democracy is about the majority rule. And now when the majority is tipping against you, you say we have an immigration problem, we have a Muslim problem.
Well, I can't believe. I'm sorry.
I
I just can't process that because when the people coming in fundamentally just don't agree with democracy, they
Neither do the people that are complaining that democracy is no longer serving them because the numbers aren't in their favor anymore. It's the same argument. It's circular. If I set up a system, hey, you get all you can eat, and then I have a whole bunch of, and no offense, a whole bunch of very, very big people coming over every single day, paying only $19.95 and eating $600 worth. It might not be an all you can eat for long.
in a Tarago,
That's democracy. It was good when they were trying to sell it. When it became
So what? What's your point now?
I'm
That
saying
democracy doesn't work.
no, I'm saying democracy can't complain when the numbers no longer suit it. When the numbers don't work according to its original identity, you can't say, the Muslims are the problem. No, democracy is the problem.
It's not the Muslims that's the problem. It's the corrupt politicians who don't give a fuck about the country is a problem.
Yep.
They're the ones who let mass immigration in. I don't know how or what, if they're getting paid off for it.
No, of course
and
they're
they
getting
don't give
paid.
a fuck about the flow-on effect on the culture.
Absolutely.
So I'm not directly
Every
saying it's the
politician.
Muslims, but I'm also saying democracy is a fucking beautiful thing.
It's not. It is a temporary thing that as long as it suits the West, they'll keep going with it. At one stage, you got to remember, fascism was gorgeous to the West.
True. And digital ID's coming, so that's...
Racism was great
Yeah.
for the West
We
when it was
like
great.
slavery, yeah.
And slavery was great when it was good for the West. And then all of a sudden, fascism started getting a pretty bad name.
Yeah.
And colonialism. So they went to democracy for now. And in the future, they might
Sharia.
make a new system. They'll make a new system. Hey, Muslims are a problem. What are we? Oh, no, now we're a socialist nationalist government.
Which is happening.
Because their system is only based on what benefits the power class
At
of
that
that
time, yeah.
And now democracy, you might believe in democracy. Believe me, they don't.
Yeah, I understand that.
And if they have to shift it to straight out, everybody that's not from Australia, get the F out. Even if you were born here 3 generations in, if two of your parents over that course are not both Aussie, talking British blood,
Yeah.
we're going to deport you to a country you never came from.
Sudan.
Imagine that. Imagine me sitting in Sudan. I'm going to know what black racism looks like. Like, he's not black enough. He's a white devil.
He's a white devil.
You know?
White.
So this is why I don't think they're converging. I don't think that liberal ideas or democratic ideas, and it's just they're strange bedfellows.
It's funny. It is fucking hilarious that these groups are probably as far as fucking possible. Islam's like the most rigid, kind of non-changing culture. Some people say for better, some people say for worse. And the left of this like fluid, gendered, postmodernist, everything's a construction.
Yeah.
The left don't believe in like an objective truth, and Islam believes that there's a objective God and a single.
But
truth.
they have a liberal
They have a postmodernist view, meaning everything's
subjective
like
view.
subjective view. Everything's created culturally, basically in their mind. The reason I bring this up is
it's why conservatives and Muslims are probably more in alignment.
well, I would say most of my friends would have said they were right wing and liked Ben Shapiro until what happened in Israel Palestine. All the Muslims became a bit homeless, and then the left is saying this is fucked up, and we're like, all right, we're now an oppressed class.
Yep.
The left deem themselves an oppressed class. Hey, we're all oppressed by Israel. We're friends. Fuck them. Until you got like trans hooking up next to a sheikh, and then he's like, "Oh, yeah," it's just like
Look, they're called
hilarious.
they're called temporary contractual agreements.
Okay, social contracts.
Yeah, social contract, or they're called like limited mergers.
Limited mergers.
So they
Yes,
merge
bro.
for a little bit, and then they get what they need, and then they're like, "Hey, remember we hate each other."
I can't, well, that's starting to happen.
Yeah.
Remember, we hate each other. So I reckon over the last 2 years, I've noticed this happening. Genuinely noticed this happening. First time I was, so story time. This is actually worse than the gays doing the thing
What?
on episode 2 that we discussed in the bikes and the kid.
Oh, the
Yes,
incident.
the incident, the happening. Yeah. So
the happening.
you need to find that episode.
The
if you're-
fackening.
The fackening. Yeah, exactly. The public fackening.
Yeah.
So I'll give a quick story. Over the last 2 years, I've noticed 3 instances where I've seen men in hijabs. Men in hijabs. The first, I was at the beach, Phillip Island, seen a guy like, he was at like a call phone, but he was wearing it, but it was like, normally when the women wear it, it's like neat.
Yep.
And it's like overly neat.
Yep.
Almost like sexually repressed type neat. Like, so I might
As good as you're gonna get. You see everything, but it's still in a hijab. Nice with that stretch material.
So there's like a neatness to it.
Yeah.
These men in hijabs, I need that point to land. It's happening. It's fucking happening. Happened 2 years ago. He was at like a call phone and he just looked drapey.
Yeah.
I told my family, like, that was weird. Whatever happened.
Sounds like undercover police, man.
Me?
No, not
or
you.
him?
Not
No,
you.
no. He looked like I don't know. I just know something was off.
He's going to the mosque, pray
Another
with,
time-
pray with the women, find out what their men say.
Well, exactly, but anyway, yes.
Tell him, man, that's some undercover ops, man.
This undercover ops, bro. Yeah, from the opposing mosque. Yeah.
Yeah.
Another time, I was at the beach and I was going for a run, and at like the Sahara, the rocks.
Yeah.
I looked down and I swear I saw this Aussie guy, full hijab, taking selfies.
Yep.
I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Paid
What was that?
operation.
Third time, I'm at a shopping center. I'm
Yep.
dropping someone off to their friends. As we're walking, I see bro walk past me and we locked eyes and I could see a little Aussie kid in there. I could see, and I saw his eyes like, he saw me see him, like through the hijab. He saw me see it. And he's like this, and he just kept walking. He had a bag on, drapey. So I'm like to my friend, I'm like, did you see that? And she goes, nah. I'm like, look, I think that's a man.
Yeah.
We look back, bro has a backpack and he's like this.
Yep.
I'm like-
He was discombobulated.
Discombobulated, completely discombobulated.
Yep.
I'm like, she had to go somewhere. I'm like, you keep going. I'm fucking hunting this guy down.
I'm going to go after the boy.
Well, so my fear was at this point, if bro walks into the women's bathroom, I'm going in after him. I didn't give a fuck. I was going in after him because I knew it. So long story short, I like tried to hunt him down, couldn't find him, waited at the Coles, he wasn't there. I searched. I went to the bank thinking he might have actually gone, maybe tried to pull something out.
Yep.
Didn't. Kept walking. And then I saw security.
Why do you always feel the need to try and save the day?
I don't know what it is.
Remember those 2 guys from episode 2?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why'd you go back there?
I think I'm a loser. I think I like don't have a missus. I got no partner.
That's strange. Let's keep walking.
No, because it's a symptom of a sick society. Like and
Yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna fix at that moment?
well, just I don't know. I feel
Bearded man tries to rape small hijabi boy because of his trans beliefs.
In a women's bathroom.
In a women's bathroom where they both shouldn't have been. Conservatives have come out and said, women's toilets, there's only 2 genders, and a woman's toilet only has 1 gender in there.
But I agree. That's what I'm saying. It was wild, man. It was incredible. I was astounded. I was discombobulated.
I want to know why
was
you're
impressed.
always in these positions.
Man,
Do you get someone give you the drop? Hey, go here. There's hijabi boys.
It's no, it's just as a Muslim, as someone raised Muslim.
Yeah.
I know the thing with Islam as well is it is true. You cannot criticize Islam that much.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You get decked.
So you're decked.
You get kirked.
Don't be drawing.
And
no
you won't even have
photos.
3,500 chapters.
No. We got like 30 episodes.
You can get decked for 35 words.
Yeah, for 35 eps. So I feel like someone raised Muslim. I almost feel like I'm allowed. Like if another Aussie saw it,
Yeah.
the distance they have from Islam
Yeah.
does not allow them to even question it.
Yeah.
So they won't even think they can. As someone raised Muslim, I feel like I'm like, no. You know what I want to say? I want it to be like, Assalamu alaikum ukhti, kifik? How are you, sister? And see what he reacts with. And if he
Maybe it was just a really ugly girl.
no, bro, no.
Are you pretty sure?
No.
'Cause there are ugly people
No,
in hijabs
bro.
too. You know, they're not all pretty under
No,
there.
this was full burqa, little freckles there.
And you can tell for that it's a boy from in there.
I swear
from
to
those
God,
eyes.
from those eyes, they are tickle. I could tell some freak shit. I was like, wait, do I know you? No, it wasn't like that. I was just the eyes. I'm like, and it was the backpack and the walking.
Yeah.
The fucking walking
The
like this.
discombobulation.
Discombobulation, absolutely. He just looked like a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
So I kept walking. I see security. Walk up to him. Guys, hear me out. Just give me a moment. So I gave them.
I could have just imagined as a security guard. I'm going to be the security guard. Go on, you tell me the story.
Man, I don't know. This is weird. It's weird. I know it's going to sound weird. I don't know how to explain it. But I just saw a man in a hijab and he's walking around. I need your help.
Is this the boy incident or the man incident?
A boy in a hijab and he's walking around. I need your help.
No worries. We have a pedophile in front of us. How should we act?
Wait. No.
How did you know? Were you following him? Stalking, perhaps?
I think by definition I was.
Nah, look, I mean, you were generally concerned about the whole of the Australian
Well, this
population. That
no.
if you didn't go in and save the
I
day.
was concerned.
Yeah.
He's in the same premise as my little sister who's going to use those toilets.
Yeah.
So this psycho is where my
How
sister,
old do you reckon this guy would have been?
early 20s,
Early 20s?
late teens.
All right, yeah,
maybe
okay.
18.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So almost a kid, but it is so interesting. And the thing with the left as well is this cultural appropriation thing where the trans people dress like they accessorize being a woman.
Yep.
And now they accessorize being, and it's almost like the more shock value you can get, the more intense it is, the more special you are. Fuck being trans. I'm a trans Muslim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the thing with trans is, or the left as well, again, not all, a lot of it's attention, I feel like. Whether it's LGBT, it's like, gay, trans, it's the thing that's shocking.
Yeah.
So being gay isn't a shock anymore.
Yep.
Trans is like, we're over it. It's trans Muslim now. Keep up, guys.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. And look, to be honest, until there's an actual movement out there that's fighting for this little boy and his rights, they're going to change the whole rules in Australia just for this one kid. I don't think it's a problem.
Okay.
It does not indicate anything. I've seen goths walk around. No one speaks to. And there's more of them in Epping. No one's talking about. They're taking over the country, or this is going to be a problem.
No, you have to admit this is.
Imagine seeing goths with the carpet out and they're praying. That's shock value, guys. Goths, if you really want to hit the news, the headlines, roll out the carpet.
Roll it out, man.
Yeah.
If you want the shock value, we'll be talking about it here at Not Your
Yeah,
Thoughts.
he's got Satan on his neck, and he's about to. He's
It don't
leading
work.
congregation.
It don't work that way. But yeah, that was my funny story, man. I was shocked, and I just found it to be like,
So in story number 1, episode 2,
yeah.
instead of saving the kid, you went after the threat.
I went after the homosexuals.
In this case, I think you've developed over time, and now you're chasing after the kid, saving.
Well, no, you told me to call the police last time, so I'd called the authorities. And you know what's funny? So I kept going.
No, I said you should have gone back and warned the people you knew were coming that way to stop them and go the other way. But you decided, no,
Homosexuals.
I'm going to run towards the fire.
I will save this country. So-
Yeah, in this case, I probably would have just moved on.
no, man, I couldn't. And
But, I mean, if your sister's in the area, I would have told my sister, hey, I'm not going to leave you alone. Come with me.
no, she had somewhere to be. And you know, I think it was like a Sunday. So I'm like, I got nothing, bro. I got time.
Yeah.
I literally waited for a while. And then the funny thing is, I felt pretty cool. So I'd like, I kept going.
Yeah, Pokemon Go. It was kind of like Pokemon Go.
Yeah, it was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But mind you, I was like in alert mode.
Yeah.
I'm walking past every store I walk past. I scanned every individual in it.
Yeah.
Like, nah, nah, and I was just like, I was like,
Yeah.
I fucking went psycho, yeah.
Did you catch him?
No, I didn't catch him. So I think he left earlier when he left earlier. But
When
I
he realized that you were a danger. to
yeah,
him.
when he realized there was a psycho out
Yeah,
on the loose. But the cool part was I finished my my shift.
Yeah.
So I was sitting down just eating like honey chicken. And then I seen the security like staunching it, walking around looking for this guy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well done, boys. I'm like,
Yep.
you did well, kid.
The reality was
I like it, kid.
that the criminal was actually sitting down eating. That's the plot twist.
The plot
He's the one that's
thickens.
chasing the poor kid. The kid was trying to get away from him.
She was trying to get away from me.
Whatever the thing was, it was looking at him thinking, he's looking at me weird. I got to get the hell out of here. He's like, nah, that's discombobulation. That's a criminal. It's just a miscommunication of eyeballs.
Fuck.
That's what it was. He's looking at him. He's looking at him. He's like,
Like, is this
is
sexual
that a
tension?
boy in a hijabi? He's like, I think he wants to rape me. And now they're running around. I got security. He's eating noodles. Going, well done, boys. Keep up the good work.
Kids shitting in the women's bathroom.
He's scared. He was going to go to the boys' one like a normal person. But now he's like, I better hide out in the girls' one. Beards can't come in here.
Man,
don't know.
wild times we're in. Wild
Yeah,
times we're in.
yeah, that's the plot twist.
But yeah, man. Look, we'll start. We'll get to closing of this episode, I reckon.
Yep.
But I mean, I say that, but this next topic is probably takes more than 10 minutes. But
All right, that's
we'll
fine.
try to keep it within it. We'll try to
me
keep
look
it
at my-
confined.
I think they call that sundial green.
Your sundial green, you got to keep shaking it. It is interesting. I found it incredibly interesting
Yeah.
that it seems like Trump is actually turning on Netanyahu. So the statement he made was something to the effect of, I will not let Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel, annex the West Bank.
Yep.
So this now goes in line with, you know, the UN and all the countries now basically turning on Israel. It seems like to me that even America, even Trump is almost fed up with Israel making him look weak, is fed up with them basically doing their own thing. So everyone knows America is Israel's bitch.
Yep.
And I don't know if Trump's ego is going to allow for that much longer, to be honest. So what's your opinion on that? Do you think it's all a farce, if that's the right word, a facade?
No, I mean,
or-
I'll probably before I comment, I'd like to ask you, is that the only comment that you have now based the idea that maybe Trump might be turning on Israel?
yes, that's all I got.
That would be enough? A comment that doesn't affect anything or do anything?
Not the comment, but I think the gradual buildup of Israel constantly making America look like a little bitch.
Yep.
When Trump tries to do the ceasefire, they're like, we don't give a fuck about that. That was meant to be Trump in the middle. Qatar is Trump's close ally. Israel just fucking shoots right in there.
Yep.
So I would make those 3 points my main points, but
Yep.
it's more the buildup of frustration and the fact that the world sees America as Israel's lapdog, little bitch.
Yep.
And I don't know if Trump's going to keep allowing
All right.
that.
Well, that's very nice. It's cute, but I'm
It's
sorry.
so cutesy.
I'm sorry to say, this is you disagreeing, like not you personally, but let's just say I'm Trump, and I sell bullets and guns, and the person that keeps buying the bullets off me, I disagree with how they use them. But then they come back the next day to buy more bullets, and I keep selling them to them. And then they go out and do something, and now I'm like, wow, I didn't think they were going to do that. That's not nice. Then they come back the next day, and they ask me for more bullets,
Yep.
and I sell it to them.
But
The point I'm trying to make is forget about words. They're annexing the West Bank. They're doing that. His words did not stop that. It's not stopping that. The settlements have increased. They've just approved more settlements in the West Bank. They kicked so many more people out in the last month. Him coming out and making one line has not changed that fact or that reality, which means do not ever, in my opinion, believe a single goddamn letter or sound that comes out of any politician's mouth. No matter how you try to justify what you think you know or you can ascertain from what they're saying, it's got nothing to do with what's happening.
Behind the curtains,
Look at what is happening and you'll know what their policy is. Israel bombed Iran overnight and created a 12-day war. Trump was saying for 10 days, that's not right.
Stop.
And then he sent B-50, what were they?
Run,
The B-3 bombers or B-4 bombers?
The bombers.
And he blew up the nuclear facilities. How's that disagreeing with anybody?
Right. Agreed. Yep.
No, I want you to tell me then, after knowing that, why you would come to the conclusion
Sorry,
that,
I noticed
that Trump's changing.
I noticed the temperature's hot. That's why I was somewhat zoned out the last 10 seconds. Sorry. Repeat that last bit. Apologies.
So what he says and what they keep on doing.
Oh, sorry. So I agree. Yeah, I think the slight difference here is because these are the
Europe was against Israel bombing the nuclear facilities. Did you know that?
Yes.
Who was the transgressor in that 12-day war? Who started the war?
Israel. I don't know that. I'm just assuming that's
They
the
did.
answer. Yeah, okay.
They sent 200 F-35s and F-16s and bombed the shit out of Iran, and they killed a whole bunch of innocent civilians and scientists before Iran responded.
Yeah.
Okay, overnight.
Uh-huh.
Like what Hitler did, Blitzkrieg, it's called.
Okay.
Europe was like, that's so wrong. No, don't do that. They just reimposed sanctions on Iran. Did they impose any on Israel?
Well, they might lose the Abraham Accords.
No, this is a bullshit. This is just another shelf.
No, but that was used to maintain or to remove sanctions and normalize relations with Israel. So
Iran or the Middle East?
That was more the Middle East. Yeah, correct.
That was stuck on the issue that they need a two-state solution. So even when people think it was close, it was nowhere near close because Saudi's caveat has always been, as long as there's a two-state solution for Israel, then we'll proceed with the Abraham and normalize relationships. It doesn't matter that UAE did it, or it does not matter that... So, as a bloc, two-state solution had to be realized for the Abraham Accords to take place anyway. So it was never going to happen.
My understanding was it was almost a solution without having to actually address the Palestinian problem.
Yeah,
it was kind of like a way to normalize it and to move everything forward without actually having to deal with the Palestinians.
Yeah, no, that's not true. But that's been stuck on the two-state solution from day one.
Okay.
Yeah, they've made it clear from day one. However, Western media has been running around saying, we're close, it's going to happen. And they were hoping that they might change their mind on that point. But when the October 7 thing happened and Israel responded, as soon as they responded, Saudi Arabia said, Abraham Accords are on hold, just like we said. And that thing that you thought we had forgotten about, that's back on the table. That's our main roadblock.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah. So this is the history of that.
Yeah.
Now, another point is I'm trying to say, forget about what politicians say.
Sorry, yeah.
Look at what they do.
So I wanted to continue that point. I think the main difference here is I fully agree that there are forever wars and everyone's dependent on the military-industrial complex.
Yep.
Agreed. I think the main difference here is Israel won. Like the war is over essentially, and they're annexing. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think this is the moment for Trump to be like, all right, I am the authority here. I am the global power, not Israel. So in that sense, I think as we spoke about a moment ago, power vacuums, I do believe that Trump can turn on Israel in a sense of being the final say at the end of this war. Because as you said, again, they're adding more settlements. It's happening now.
It's going to happen.
But so I don't fully think it is absurd to say Trump might actually be wanting to show a display of dominance and greatness over Israel right now, which kind of works in your favor if you agree with me.
No, I'll tell you something. Trump, unfortunately, has a MAGA base, and he just seen Kirk get popped, which is one of his boys.
Yeah, boys.
No one's going to take him seriously. No one's taking him seriously. His own base doesn't take him seriously. Why? He's supposed to be an anti-war president.
That was his selling point.
So when he comes out and makes a comment, no one's going to annex the West Bank. And so what if they did? What are you going to do?
Exactly.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And they're going to ask you for more weapons to do it. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to give it to them because politics is behind closed doors. It's nothing of what we see and hear. Public consumption in politics is called diplomacy. But in the background where the real people are, they're like, hey, we got another $2-3 billion worth of shipments going to Israel tomorrow. No problem. Oh, we'll never let them take the West Bank. Then they take it. Oh, well, I'm really disappointed in you, Israel.
You shouldn't have done that, Israel.
By the way, did you see
bad.
this big, beautiful column we just built? It's a beautiful column. There's nothing like the world's ever seen before. Come on, mate. So if you're going to base your opinions on what politicians say, good luck. Sarkozy just got 5 years in France, but for none of the actual crimes he did, for the small stuff. He got Gaddafi murdered, and Libya has been burning ever since. The biggest world slave trade in the world. So that's what politicians do.
That is what politicians do.
Yep, they show you a face, but there's many, many fingers being played. And those people we're seeing like Trump, he's not Israel's bitch. He's everybody's bitch. He's the president. All the big money, the big groups, all the lobbyists, every single one of people in his cabinet, in his organization, and anyone who he's put in any position is put there by his donors.
Yeah.
Rubio will be representing a class that helped him get elected. He's literally just the fall guy that gets to go out there and say to the world, this is my decision. Yeah. But behind him, like you said, military, big pharma, big garlic.
Which we love.
By the way, now
this camera's out, but it's all right. It's on me, baby.
Hey, by the way,
they can't see you.
They don't need to see me. My voice will show them the image of my face. Let me tell you something. There is also big castor oil now. They're saying if you rub it on your tummy, stick it up your butthole and one in your nose. Apparently, if you've ever had a problem, including being ugly and can't get chicks, you become the next Chris Hemsworth.
Right. Zac Efron with his fucking bloated face.
Big caster, man. They're coming.
Can't stop it. So before we go, we have hit our mark we wanted.
Yes. How come your camera didn't last an hour?
I don't know why it didn't last.
It's plugged in too.
I know. I think this conversation is just too hot. It's too fucking spicy. It might have overheated. I'm not too sure why it didn't last.
Maybe now you need to buy a big fan in the background.
Yeah, which just fucks the whole audio. Yeah.
And then crump.
There's dummy batteries you can get, which stops them from overheating. So I'll look into that. Yeah. But no, I appreciate your point on this, and I think I fully agree that don't take everything at face value.
No,
and
you can't take anything. Yeah. Just look at what's happening, and you'll know what the real policies are.
And even then, we can only wait to find out what really happens. Just quickly on this idea of this digital ID.
Yeah.
Do you truly believe there's nothing we can do as civilians? You don't think we can get?
We can't stop it.
We can't get reasonably angry. We can't.
What for? What difference does it make
to stop?
You still got a phone. You got a digital ID already.
Yeah, I know, but to stop like an authoritarian kind of what's the term? Like autocracy. Like basically just like this internet. I don't want the government to be able to just press a button and be like, all right, I've just stopped getting fucking. You know what? I haven't actually articulated my thoughts on this properly yet.
All right,
but I just feel like the digital ID feels like it's centralizing control to a government I do not trust.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's my point.
It's always been that. It's always been
but centralizing control.
It's always been centralized control. Okay. You just haven't seen it.
But bro, how are you not like feeling that there's something different happening?
I don't believe anything's changed. All I'm saying is that technology gets to a certain point and they put in their fail safes as a government to suit the technology. Modern day, requires modern day controls. In 1901, when they went to World War One,
Yeah.
all right, World War One. When they went to World War One, did they not have measures to come and pick up your son and conscript him for war?
They did.
Could you stop them?
I couldn't.
They didn't have digital IDs.
Okay. Yeah.
They had other ways of knowing exactly where your son's going to be, including where his uncle's farm is.
Fuck.
So now all they're doing is saying, well, there's more of you, and you're using this particular tech. Now we're going to adjust the measurement of control, which we already always had.
So bend over, guys.
That's not bend over. You got no choice.
Get the corflu
Stick your
oil.
neck out.
What do you call it?
Hey, stick your neck out. You get kirked.
Get kirked, bitch.
Live on TV, man.
Get motherfucking kirked.
That was a
bitch.
public execution. So you know what I'm saying?
Cheers to that.
I don't know why you're always surprised. You're always surprised. Which camera is it? You? No.
This camera, sorry, I'll speak for us.
Yeah. You're always surprised, like, hey, mate, have you ever grown up in a Lebanese household?
I have.
I'll tell you what autocracy is. They learned that from my dad.
And that was not a Western country.
That was called Heidelberg West. In the heart of Aussie land.
God bless the memories. God bless going to the milk bar, seeing syringes all on the floor. And
Hey, you know how they used to control people back in the... Because you think it's an Arab thing or a Muslim thing? The Roman Catholic Church boarding confession.
true.
That's how the government always knew where everyone was doing. Hey, I've been sleeping with the other farmer's wife and now my dick's itching. And I think that God's punishing me. And then they're like, oh, just say 5 Hail Marys and you're safe. Your secret's safe with us. And they go tell the government. When they need something from this guy, they're like, hey, herpy boy, come here. They're like, how'd you know about my herpes? Word get around.
The Lord doth do protest.
Yeah, I was epiphanied. And by the way, we've taken care of that farmer if you want to move in on the wife. But we're going to need you to do something for us. We're going to need all your corn this year for half the price. Or tell your wife.
Fuck. So we were never safe is the point.
Bro, what are you going to do? Mate, if you just raise 3 dogs, you watch what kind of autocrat you're going to be. They're going to think, what is this guy, Hitler? If they knew about the Hitler dogs.
No, but they evolved to be obedient. I don't think humans. Anyway, we are culture.
We love obedience.
We do love obedience. I love.
There are some
authority.
people that have been traitors to their communities just for the recognition. They'll go up to the government and lag them in just so they can say, you've been a good boy. Give a pat on the head.
We do good.
Mate, and they did that for free, that shit. You don't even need a reason. But the point I'm trying to make is any organization has a hierarchy and a structure and levers of control. Whether you work at CBA and they've let you start selling those bullshit loans, and then they say, oh, stop it. Oh, who said that? By the way, you were the one selling the bullshit loans. You're out.
Yeah.
And everyone else who, if you do it from now on, we're going to know about it. And they put in a control. They show you where the control's actually always been. They've always known about it. They just never exercised it. Did you know if you leave your window down in your car?
Oh, we've mentioned this, I think.
You will cop a fine.
I don't believe it. I think that's fucking stupid.
It's a law. You can see it.
ChatGPT, baby. No, we're not doing it.
In
now.
Victoria,
That's
it was
fine.
on the news.
I don't believe it.
It was on the news, Channel
Bro,
7.
you know how you told me?
Yeah.
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 I hate that your camera's not on right now.
Yeah.
It's half the dramatic effect this got.
This could be an AI voice.
Yeah. You told me because I did, when the sign said 40 and I did over 40 if it's like construction or something.
Yeah.
You said I was going to cop it.
Yeah.
I tested it again and it does not happen. So
if it says 40 and you don't see any other speed limit,
So on
and
the
you start
freeway-
doing 90,
No, no.
you think you're allowed.
correct. On the freeway, if it says like 80 and you still do 100 and there's a camera, in my experience, I'm not endorsing this. I've done it twice to 3 times. Or maybe
All right,
more.
how many months did you wait before to find out? Because I've copped fines 6
Bro, no,
months
this
from
is
6
months
months ago.
later. In saying that, no, I'll talk off camera. But I
Hey,
did,
I'm going to tell you this right now. Do not listen to him because when you cop a fine, he's not going to pay it.
this is not advice. This is just my experience that happened twice. Not advice.
Subjective reality.
Subjective
Liberal,
reality.
subjective reality.
Yeah, I'm actually trans and liberal.
He's a trans-Muslim
Muslim
hijabi.
Zionist liberal.
Who's going to pay me next? That's what I am.
That's it, man. Beautiful episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for making the time. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, me. We're both. Are you you a Virgo? What's your star sign? What's going on?
Libra.
Yuck, bro.
28th.
What does that mean? I don't know what's Libra. What do you mean?
Libra is the only sign that's not an animal.
Congrats.
Or half an animal, half a human, or some fish.
I thought mine's not an animal.
What are you?
Some virgin.
Virgo is
bitch.
2 virgins, man.
Some virgin. Yeah.
Some virgin. It means a virgin, like a virgin.
Not too far off, man.
Yeah, then you got Gemini, 2-faced people.
I think my virginity.
Then you
grew
got
back.
Aries as a friggin' ram. Guess what? Libra is a scale.
Oh,
Leo's a lion.
wow.
You know what a Cancer is?
Me.
No, do you know what Cancer is?
A fish.
No,
Oh.
it's a fucking scorpion.
No, it's what?
It's like not a scorpion, it's a crab.
Oh, it is a crab. Yeah.
And then you got scorpion's a scorpion. Guess what I am?
A human.
No,
Oh.
I'm scale.
That's a
Cardinal sign, the best of the best,
Bro's
number
a
1.
Scale, bro. Bro's a scale.
Only, the one and only. Thank you.
Is it accurate about your personality? Mine's accurate. Mine's like you're a fucking weird anal cunt and you just fucking overthink things.
Look, I am always the best of anything I do as long as I'm second in charge.
Okay, all right.
So if someone's running a multi-zillion dollar business and I'm his second in charge, that'll become a multi-zillion business. But if I'm running it, probably end up broke.
In the ground. All
So
right.
that's the only difference. As long as I'm second in charge, I can run anything.
Fuck.
As soon as I become the boss, shit's going
It's
down.
all logo, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
GG,
I'll take the
bro.
MCG and turn it into a golf stadium and no go there. All of a sudden, there's homeless people feeding pigeons.
Hey,
I'm like,
mass-
hey, yep,
I was going to say mass immigration, a cricket fucking golf. Oh, you said golf.
yeah.
I was going to say if it's cricket, it'd probably do well. But
It's called the Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG.
is that what it's called?
Are you talking politics? You don't even know the biggest stadium in the world, which is in our backyard right here. MCG, Melbourne Cricket Ground. The MCC are the Melbourne Cricket Club members. Members of the cricket club. Melbourne Cricket Ground. Cricket.
I'm going to start sweating, bro. I think this episode's
He's going to cut this bit out.
Us, thank you for making the time.
No
Thanks for
worries.
making it this far.
I got dinner in.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And good luck and happy birthday to you too, mate.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Bye.